Good morning and Happy New Year, everybody. Welcome to today's 1 Million by 1 Million Strategy Roundtable for Entrepreneurs. 1Mby1M, as you know, is the first and only global virtual accelerator for technology startups. Our mission is to help 1 million entrepreneurs reach $1 million and beyond in annual revenue. And this project was announced, not launched, but announced on my New Year resolution back in 2010. So this is 2024, and it's been going on for a very long time. And a lot of the work that we started to do that led up to 1 million by 1 million dates back to even earlier. So 2005 is when I started the blog. 2006 is when I started the Entrepreneur Journey series of interviews, case studies. And it was in 2008 that we started experimenting with this online roundtable format. So all of that work then came together in 1 million by 1 million in 2010. So the whole project has been a lot of years of effort, and here we are in 2024. This is the 628th free public roundtable. We also do a lot of roundtables as private roundtables in the premium program. The event is being recorded. All the recordings are available on the 1M1M Roundtables YouTube channel. We publish a lot on Twitter. You're welcome to follow. These are the call-in instructions. If you want to chat, we will have time. We have one scheduled pitch, which we're going to do first, and then we're going to go into Q&A and open conversations. So we are going to skip through Francis Nevares, who was supposed to be here and has COVID. So by the way, folks, COVID is going around again, so please be careful and protect yourselves. You know how by now. We are going to go to Krishna Prasad Nagulapalli. And Krishna, please unmute your line and let's get started.
Yeah, good evening, madam.
Good evening.
I'm actually, this is my first presentation.
Okay.
Okay, so I would like to introduce myself. I'm a MS graduate from NIT Warangal, passed out in 2004.
Okay.
And I have some relevant experience into web application development. So I was in until 2016. I was with IBM actually for for more than 6 months.
Okay.
But due to my health issues, I actually had to change my line of work. So presently I'm into talent acquisition, HR talent acquisition profession actually.
Okay. And you work for yourself or you work for a company?
I actually did. Actually, presently I'm looking for any opportunity, but I have 2 years of experience into talent acquisition.
Okay. And what is this project that you are presenting?
Actually, it's an online shopping cart project. The name of the online shopping cart project is hample.com. The word hample comes from hamper. So actually this is like any other online application, online business application. But the thing is, I am proposing 3 variants of business users actually. One is one is for online domestic appliances or apparels or some other domestic products. One is for online food hampers, and other is for household groceries.
And you want to do this as an e-commerce business? Is that what you're planning to do?
Yes.
Okay. And what research have you done on the, as you know, e-commerce is an incredibly crowded field, but
Yes.
at the same time, there's always e-commerce entrepreneurship that's going on. So
Yes,
it's okay for the field to be crowded as long as you are aware of the fact that you have to find an angle of how to do this business. So tell me more about what are you thinking? What research have you done? What does your research suggest?
Actually, as I am from web application development I have some experience into it. So I can deal with the more of the technical aspects. Technical aspects I can be dealing, but more of market, I mean, uh, uh, marketing and all those marketing services and all those things. So I think I have to. This has to uh, be a separate strategy has to be considered for that. For
So,
like
so e-commerce business is not so much about technical skills. It's a retail business, right? You have to acquire merchandise and you have to sell merchandise. You have to
yes,
acquire
yes,
customers. You have to.
yes, yes,
So
yes,
the technical side, I would say, is relatively simple. You can do it with an off-the-shelf shopping cart product,
yes,
like a Shopify or something that you can just load up your inventory into that, and you can just start a store very easily. It's not a heavily complicated technical
yes,
process
yes,
to get
yes.
an e-commerce store
So
up and running.
so it's what should I say? It's a massive e-business application. So most of the things have to be sorted out at the technical end, but marketing services have to be. I mean, some we have to think about some other strategy so that our this site will be a real. Comes into the real world scenario, business scenario.
So, in my experience, e-commerce businesses, you have to kind of do a lot of self-learning to learn how an e-commerce business is done.
Yes.
So I'm going to give you a pointer. Maureen, could you give Krishna the coupon link to the e-commerce course on Udemy? Maureen is going to give you the link in public chat. I think
Okay.
that you should start by doing that course first and
Okay.
foremost,
Okay. Okay.
and get a feel for how these businesses are built. It's a very substantial course with lots of case studies. So I want you to kind of put yourself in the shoes of these entrepreneurs and get a sense of what goes on behind the scenes in an e-commerce company,
Yes. Yes.
on the marketing side, customer acquisition, everything. And then, you know, your question about do you get all the financial support to build the application and make it a world-class e-business application? No one is going to give you financial support to start a company. You're going to have to bootstrap your company. So there's a lot of bootstrapping courses that you will find on Udemy as well.
Okay.
So I suggest you start by doing some of these courses on Udemy. Maureen will give you a link, and you
Yes.
can go there, do the bootstrapping courses, do the e-commerce courses, and really start learning.
Okay.
Okay? Because at this point, your understanding of what entrepreneurship is all about is very sketchy. So I don't want you to make decisions without spending, significant amount of time, um, going over all this stuff and getting a feel for what entrepreneurship is. And I understand this is the New Year resolution time, right? Everybody is thinking about starting their own ventures, and for all of you who are in that boat of starting to think about starting a company, you should start with study. Maureen,
Yes. Yes.
give them the link where all the courses can be accessed with coupons. Then, yeah, there you go. So the link that Maureen just gave you,
All
if
right.
you click on that, you will find a whole list of courses with coupons, discount coupons. You
Okay.
can go buy a bunch of courses and get started and really spend, good solid 50, 100 hours. In fact, a New Year resolution could very well be that you spend like 100 hours this month in January studying these case study based courses. And you will come out of that with a lot more knowledge and a lot more understanding of what entrepreneurship really is.
Okay.
So go do that, and And then you will have a sense of how to put one foot before the other. Okay?
Okay. Thank you.
All right. So, 1 million by 1 million is set up for learning. If you're a serious entrepreneur trying to learn, or a serious aspiring entrepreneur trying to learn and get something going, or if you have already got something going, how to put one foot before the other, that's what we do. We have tons of learning resources. I will take you through in just a moment. Everything is on 1Mby1M.com and udemy.com. So you will find our blog, you'll find the Entrepreneur Journeys book series. There are 12 volumes of case study based books that you can learn from. And these free roundtables happen every week, week after week after week. This is our premium acceleration program. This is the full digital acceleration program from 1Mby1M. So you can join the accelerator. Anybody can join as long as you're working in information technology and information technology enabled services. E-commerce definitely is part of that. So is online education, digital health, AI, all kinds of AI applications, and so on and so forth. FinTech, PropTech, all of that is in there. We offer you extensive methodology guidance. There's a curriculum that is fully available on the 1M1M website. It's available through 1M1M Basic and Premium also. And some of that is available on Udemy as well. And then we help you with business development. This kind of online mentoring happens in the private roundtables for our premium members. And then when you're ready, we help you with financing as well. We work with a lot of investors. This is the self-assessment tool that is available for free on our website.
Okay.
It's a series of due diligence questions that investors ask you. So take the questions and try to answer these questions. If you get stuck, a very good way to plug the knowledge gaps is by doing 1M1M Basic, which is our curriculum only option.
Okay.
There is also a bootstrapping course. It's a free bootstrapping course that is available on the top of our blog. It's less than 1 hour long. If you don't understand bootstrapping, it's a very good place to start. It's an excellent course. Hundreds of thousands of people have done this course. And then, as I said, there's a lot of Udemy courses. The link for coupons to the Udemy courses Maureen has shared with you.
Okay.
And 1M1M Basic, as I said, is our curriculum only option. All these curriculum you will also be able to access at $99 per month on our website. That's it. Go dig around on the website. What to expect from premium, what to expect from basic, FAQs, video FAQs. The curriculum is described in great detail. It is a case study based curriculum. The entire 1M1M program, everything we do, all methodology, all the teaching that we do is based on case studies. So you learn from people who have done it before. You get to be in the shoes of other entrepreneurs, see how they've put one foot before the other and learn from them. It's an incredibly effective way of learning. Investor introductions. If you're looking for investor introductions, please go through the investor introduction policy. Our philosophy is bootstrap first, raise money later. There is a course and course modules on that. So you can definitely learn the methodology from there. Our philosophy is do not go to investors as beggars, go as kings.
Yes.
That's it. There are 3 more roundtables this month and a couple in February. So if you're looking for a slot to pitch, by all means, register on the website and book your slot, and Maureen will make sure you have a slot to pitch. I am ready to take more questions from the people in the room. So you can either dial in, you can let us know in public chat that you want to speak, and then Maureen can make you panelist. You can speak through your computer as well. I see that Raju wants to ask questions. Maureen, could you please let Raju speak? No? Here we go. And anybody else, if you want to speak, just raise your hand, let us know in public chat, and we'll make sure that you have a chance to speak or dial in. Raju, please unmute your line and go ahead with your questions. While Raju is getting ready, let me introduce you to Irina Patterson. If you have questions about the program, Irina is your contact, Irina at 1Mby1M.com. She can also get on the phone with you or WhatsApp, whatever. All right, folks. Raju, you have a question? And anybody else, if you have a question, please, by all means, let us know.
Yeah.
Krishna, do you have any other question?
No, madam. No more questions.
Okay, great. And Amrut, are you planning to pitch later session? Is that what I don't think I saw that. Raju? Yeah, okay, great. Amrut, where are you dialing from? From Bangalore, okay. Well, folks, this is also a good time to introduce yourselves. There are a lot of people in the room. If you would like to introduce yourselves, tell us where you're joining from, what you're working on, please feel free. And overall, I'm getting a lot of people on email as well, Raju being one of them. You are asking questions about how to get started with your ventures. And it is, I understand this is New Year's and everybody is thinking about New Year resolutions and so on. It's, you know, the best way you can get started is by studying the methodology of how to get going. And as I said, you can do it many different ways through 1M1M. You can do it through 1M1M Basic, 1M1M Premium, or Udemy. Any of those are fine. So just pick a way to learn and start learning. And you do need to learn a lot of things if you are just starting out and just trying to figure out how to start out. Amrut, go ahead. You are unmuted.
Good morning. This is Amrut. I'm from Bangalore. We are basically myself and my elder brother. We are working on an idea where you can bring your ideas to life. We have built this is basically a tech platform. It's a web-based platform where students can connect multiple different technologies domain together to bring their ideas to life. To just give an example, for example, if you're a first year engineering student and you have an idea to build Alexa, what is the problem currently students are facing is current edtech domain is flooded with all the video courses where they don't get to apply the learning, where they don't get to experience or experiment with the learnings because the technology domains are very diverse and there is no communication between them. For example, if I want to build an Alexa and I only know Python, I'll be scared to know. I'll be scared how can I switch on a TV or how can I switch on a phone or oh sorry, how can I call someone or how can I switch on a bulb or something. So what we have built is it's a universal communication bridge. Basically, it allows you to connect your program running in your local machine to any IoT device or a AML program or any other programming language running anywhere in the world. So what does that help students with this? It helps them to experiment with their ideas, fail fast, and understand their learning or apply their learning to the real world. So this is the platform that we are currently working on. The thing is, what we have done currently is the platform currently supports multiple programming languages. We support around seven top programming languages like Python, Scratch, Java, Kotlin, C++, .NET, and we have logo. It's a completely web-based platform, and there is no installation needed. And we have zero installation support for Arduino, Raspberry Pi, and other microcontrollers, ESP32, and those family of microcontrollers. So that case takes care of IoT and programming languages, and it helps to connect to, and it's cloud-based, and we have infinite scalability. Currently. What we are currently struggling with is the marketing or positioning of the product. We are in this since last 2 years. we are working full time on this, and there is a event called as DIDAC. That is Asia's largest tech event that happens in Bangalore every year in the month of October, and we have been attending since last three years, and around 300 top companies who are in the tech space attend that. And we have noticed that none of the companies are doing what we are currently doing. Most of them are trying to sell some video course or technology it has to be experienced. You have to do it to understand that. It is just like learning swimming online, so it doesn't make sense. This is space we see that there's a maximum opportunity for us to dive in. And whenever we gave demo, we have given demo to around 1,000
Who is your
1,500.
target audience, Amrut?
Sorry.
Who is the customer?
Customer is engineering students currently, and we are once the idea is to give to get the experience from engineering students, because they are a bit mature audience, where they
But
can.
are the engineering students expected to pay?
Yes, we are planning to do a subscription model. And one more thing is, I'm planning to set up an innovation center where I will go and set up an innovation center in the college for a fee and annual maintenance, where my platform also will be used, and other hardware devices and experiments they can conduct, and I will be
Do you
guiding the
have
people.
do you have any customers yet?
No, Ramna, this is just a preliminary stage. We are not released. We are not gone live yet. There are other features. This is one of the two. What we understood during the course of these 2 years is one solution doesn't fit everyone. So we developed other tools as well. This is one of the tools that is the playground that we built. Other
So
tools,
Amrut,
yes.
Amrut, one of the things that concerns me in the scenario that you're describing is that you've been kind of doing development for 2 years full time.
Yes, Ramna.
And without any customers, without any touch with the market,
So,
that is concerning to me.
yes, I understand. What we are doing is, how are we sustaining currently is I'm doing workshops where students will log into my platform, and they will experiment and do, understand how Wikibuild helps them to build or bring their ideas to life. And they are paying me for that. The issue is we have not gone live yet, but there is a test or development version of the website where I give limited access to students for a couple of days. They experiment with that and pay me, and then that's how I'm surviving currently.
I
I'm
see.
getting
And
the
how
product.
much money do you make doing this?
Around in INR, I make around 30 to 40,000 for 2 days. Effort,
And how
probably
many
around.
such workshops do you do in a month?
Oh, well, that is the issue, Ramna. The thing is, again, it depends on the development work and the kind of family commitments and stuff like that. Probably around 3 or 4 we will be able to do, Ramna. We are not full fledged into it because we tried that, and development started getting hampered, and we
And
have concerns about.
how many people do you have on the team?
We have currently 4 people working. Sorry, three. Myself, elder brother, and Ranjita. She is my sister-in-law, and other 4, 7 consultants who are helping us with the development of Ocean Top platform. Who are on contract basis, and they are in the close circle again. So who are working in IT, and they are planning to. They are freelancers basically.
Mm. And what is the
So,
burn rate? How much are you burning per month?
per month is around 1.5 lakhs. That is basically the family expense, just running family.
So
We are working from.
1.5 lakhs you're burning, plus you're not getting paid. So
Uh,
it's
true, Ramana. This is where we need help. Whenever we show demo to engineering students or professors, they seem to like the idea very very much. This like a 95% satisfaction rate, and people are asking us to get the integration done, and many people are ready for demo use with us to set up innovation center. The only thing that is stopping us is how can I release this platform, because we have multiple tools for us. One more, this is one of the tools where they can experiment. Other tool that we have developed is online video course, because during, during one of our these sessions we got to know that students in India especially, they are more worried about getting a job, and they are worried about interview preparation. And less concerned about on the problem solving side of things or real world application of it. One thing what we built is there is a in pack where there's pause and code feature. Assume that you have a tablet and you run a Python program. What is happening with YouTube is you have to pause the program, go to a program, sorry, pause YouTube
Look,
video.
Amrit,
Sorry.
uh,
Yeah, I'm really sorry. I'm taking the other time.
no, no,
Sorry.
I'm going to give you a little bit of kind of input just so that you can start thinking about things a little bit differently. You have
Yes.
to think about what in the work that you've done for the last 2 years, you have to think about what in that can be immediately monetized. So forget about 2 years of constant development and so on and so forth. You need to come up with a business model so that you can start building a business ASAP. Because I don't like these 2 years of developing and not really monetizing, because these workshops seem to be very marginal monetization models. You have to come up with a better monetization model based on the work that you've done. Take something, think very, very carefully about all the things that you've developed so far and what in that can be quickly monetized. And if you were working with me in 1 million by 1 million, that is what I would focus you on and advise you on.
Thank you, Ramana. Probably, yeah, that makes sense. And there are a bit of a concerns like some. I'm not sure how much of a weightage we need to give, like competitors, copycats, because these are the features which are no one is seeing that, and many people have so much of money in the market. They have funds, and probably they can. It just like becomes like a running race. Once you release, probably it becomes a catch-up kind of thing where we keep on substantially developing. So that is where I'm not sure whether we need to go for an investment right away, so that
No
at
one
least I
will
can.
invest in your company. At the stage in which you are, nobody will invest in your company. This is not an investable situation.
Oh, okay.
And competition is the reality of startup life. So there will always be competition. You have to figure out what. So you need a business strategy. What I see is that you are very comfortable doing technical development. You're not very comfortable with the business side, and as such, your business strategy is very immature and actually kind of dangerous.
Oh, okay.
So this is the kind of scenario that leads to startup failure, where you go on developing forever and ever and ever, you never get to market, and at some point you just run out of steam and go out of business. I don't want that to happen to you.
Yes, Ramana, this is where I need your support. Probably next week or so, I will prepare a pitch what we are currently at and how we can position the market or release to market. We had these concerns related to this is what is stopping us currently, Ramana.
Okay,
From
well,
this.
come next week with your pitch, and or if you want to get going sooner, just go join the premium program, and we can start working on your stuff. But
Yes.
this is going to require work. And I can give you some input like this in one session, but you can't keep coming to the free roundtables. You can come and pitch once to the free roundtables. If you need ongoing advice, which you will need, you need to come into the premium program.
True, true, true. That is understandable because we need some dedicated support
You
on
will
this.
need a lot of coaching to figure this thing out.
True, Ramana. Yeah, the product is good, but
Be very careful about doing development without a market entry strategy, and you are currently doing development without a market entry strategy, and that is not a sustainable situation.
Yes, Ramana, probably I will discuss with the team and probably we will think of a time when we can join the. I will get in touch with the contact number that has been shared and we will discuss how to join the
There's
premium
nothing
program.
to discuss. Premium, everything is on the website.
Oh, okay, okay. Then I will go through the
Go to the
website.
website, look up what the premium program is all about, how to join. You just join on the website. This is it's a virtual accelerator set up for people from anywhere in the world to be able to access us. It's very easy to work with, and all the roundtables happen like this in WebEx sessions, and they're lots of private roundtables that happen all the time, and you can come and talk to me every week and really get some strategy going here.
Yeah.
It's very, it makes me, all of you actually, the vast majority of technology entrepreneurship out there today happens by techies like you, right? Krishna is a techie, Amrut, you're a techie. Probably others in the room are you're all techie entrepreneurs. And it's very common that techies, like the comfort zone of techies is technology, it's development. And you assume that somehow this thing is going to get to market and somehow financing is going to happen. It doesn't work like that. You need to learn those elements of business. If you want to be an entrepreneur, you have to learn the business side of the equation, and that's why we started 1M1M. Actually, our sweet spot is techies who are trying to learn business, and we do this all the time, trying to teach techies how to do business. It's a very common scenario.
Okay, yeah. Thank you, Dimna. Probably that makes sense. Next week I will do the pitch and probably will join the swimming pool.
Okay, great. Raju, have you been able to unmute your line? All right, folks, I'm not seeing any more hands. Raju is not unmuting your line, so I'm not sure what you are trying to say. Anybody else in the room? Do you have any questions? Do you want to discuss anything? Prashant Dwivedi wants to talk. Okay, Maureen, could you please put Prashant in and on the panel so he can. Prashant, unmute your line, please. Go ahead.
Hi, Shamana. It's a pleasure being here in the roundtable. Right, and it was lovely. Yeah, it was lovely to hear all the people I've been hearing and such a wonderful people developing great ideas. So we are. Let me introduce myself. I'm Prashant Dwivedi. I'm from India. I'm running my startup here in India. The startup is we have started the venture 3 months back. We are in the domain of robotics and automation, and the solution which we are trying to make is we are trying to make the end-to-end automated warehouses. So the software solution for automating the warehouses, right? Yeah. So
Prashant, this is a very crowded field. I hope you're aware. Warehouse automation has been going on for a while, and there's a lot of players in this. So if you want this business, you need to find an angle of what is the gap. Do you have domain knowledge? Have you worked in this field?
Yes, so I have been working in this field from last 13 years. So warehouse automation, yes, is one part. The other part is bringing the robotics in the picture for in the field of material movement and the automation of warehouses. So yes, this particular field, starting from Amazon or these companies, they have been automating it from a very long time. But in the countries like India and Middle East, like these places, the technology has still not reached to that level. That too, when I'm saying the standard development, but the moment you are bringing the AI and robotics in the picture, where autonomous, so I am into development of the autonomous vehicles also. So that is one of the products which we are trying to develop. Let's say there is a forklift which is moving material from one place to another, which is currently being done by with the driver. So we are trying to bring autonomous machines into the picture where they can be incorporated along with the software solutions to automate the complete warehouse. So currently we are in a stage of identifying prospectives, and we are trying to connect with multiple warehouses and industries, right, to understand how they are operating currently in their warehouses, and if the standard or the solution which we are trying to make is fitting into their solution or solving their current problems, if they are facing any, or if not, then we are trying to pivot as soon as possible to bring the new edge cases.
That's good. So you in your what I like about what you just said is in your thinking there is a customer validation process, and if you find an angle to enter this market, then you're going to pivot. That I like that, because as I said, I don't want anybody to go build stuff without a market entry strategy and a good positioning on exactly how you're going to build a business. And this, How big is your team, Prashant? How many people?
So currently we are a team of 6 people.
Okay.
Uh, yeah, right.
Everybody's full
And
time? Are you all
yes,
still
yes.
working?
No, no, no. So that was the idea, because the industry which we have chosen or which we are in cannot be done part time. It's a hard intensive industry. We have to
It
be. So
is,
that's
yeah.
why we all left, and then yeah, we all are full time working on it.
Okay.
Right.
All right. Well, definitely validation is the next step and
Yes.
figuring the
So we have already connected with more than 20 customers till now in
okay.
last 3 months, and we have got some kind of validation here people and few of them. So that is first level, and now we have jumped. So that particular thing is going on. We are trying to. So the agenda is that in total 6 months we should be connecting with at least 200 customers, right? And at the same time, whomsoever we have connected, we are trying to approach them for the POCs, okay, that if we can get a paid POC with them uh, at the maybe the discounted rate or anything, but yeah, it has to be paid, so that we can understand, okay, that yeah, they are actually interested in the solution or not, or would they want to come up with a solution in the future, or we can get the LOIs, right?
Great. This is
Yeah.
good.
So
Like
that is the idea.
POC is one of the ways in B2B sales, early
Yeah. Right.
technology
Exactly.
development. A paid POC is a very good way to validate whether there is real interest or not. So good,
Yeah,
good.
right. And yeah, so the whole solution is divided into three parts. One is the obviously because there are a lot of warehouses and industries, manufacturing facilities are there which are working manually till now,
Mm-hmm.
and so we are dividing our solution into three parts. One is the first of all is the organization part, organizing, okay, that
Mm-hmm.
you can organize your data, right, so that you can be digitally connected to the world, or your whole system, your whole factory or warehouse is digitally connected at one place, so that you can have the insights of what is going on, how it is going on. Then you can bring the automation. Once you have the insights, you have the data, then only you can automate, right? What you need to automate, how you need to automate, then only you can have. So that is the second step. And then once if you are automated, then you need to optimize it. If with automation you actually solving the purpose or not, for that you need to optimization or the analytics tool. So these are the three different domains which are working on. We are
So, Prashant,
starting with the first part.
what is the competitive landscape in India? Are
I cannot
there
hear you.
players in the market? Prashant, did you lose the connection? Prashant, can you hear me?
Sorry, I cannot.
Can you hear me, Prashant?
Sorry, I missed you in between. Can you just
Yes, I was asking, what is the competitive landscape in India for automation, warehouse automation solutions?
so yes, there are competitions, right? And there are pretty many companies are there, right? But our idea is that that there's a big line, right? Because a lot of the companies, the traditional companies, let's say if I take names, the Nestle or anything, even their warehouses are partially manual, partially automated, and that automation is also decade old. So these companies also have not switched into the automation till now,
Mm-hmm.
right? So the lands, although the competition is there, the companies are there, right? But still they have not penetrated the market completely.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. And the second market which we are looking into is the Middle East, where these companies have not reached yet. Even the Amazon or these companies have not reached properly in the automation sector.
No, but Amazon is not selling the automation technology. You need to look at the people who are selling
Oh,
the
no, no,
automation.
no. Yeah, no, yeah. I think I have taken the wrong name, Amazon. Yes,
Amazon is
the
not
companies.
Amazon
Yes,
is not your competition.
yeah. Amazon is not our competition. Yes,
No,
true.
your competition
Amazon.
is our pure play software hardware
Yeah,
players
yeah,
who
right,
are
right.
in this
Yes,
robotics
yes.
driven
So
automation.
there are, yeah, there is a survey which we have done, the market survey and competitor survey. So there are more than 260 companies in the world who are doing this kind of job,
How
right?
many are in India? What's who has
In India, so the one company which I was working, and other than that, the major players are two or three. I've worked in all of them mostly,
mm-hmm.
right? So we have been into the key players, and my other co-founder is another person who has been the technical lead of one of the companies. I was the technical head of one of the companies,
Okay.
right? And that's how we started, that there is something which these companies were not doing, and that is what we have taken, and then we have started this company.
And what is that? What is that gap that you are
Okay,
filling?
so the gap is that these companies are trying to do everything, and with a very small team, right? And the problem is that with the international competitors who are focusing on particular problem statement, particular solution, right? So we are not trying to do the hardware, we are trying to do the software. So now, since the European market or the US, Germany have launched the standards for the softwares also, right? So it is possible to develop them separately and independent of the hardware.
And whom are you going to work with for the hardware? You do need hardware, right?
So hardware is something which can be outsourced very easily, right? Or there are traditional automation companies or the forklift companies, let's say Godrej or I say Toyota. They already are making the hardware because manual hardware is already there, right? But if somebody is working on the software side and making the software at the top notch level, then that can be incorporated and industry can be brought to the next level.
Okay.
As
So the two companies that are in the Indian market are doing both hardware and software, and you want to go in
Yes, yes,
software there and work with the traditional hardware. It's good strategy.
yes.
Good strategy.
So there is a market validation for that because one of the companies named as Gray Orange recently, I think 15 days or 1 month back, they raised a funding of 150 million USD uh, for pivoting from hardware to the software.
Okay.
Yeah, so they were a traditional hardware company working in the field, so that they were a competitor. Now they are shutting down the hardware side of the company and they are totally switching to the software side because what we are trying to do, they have been doing it internally, but now they have also, that's what we believe, they have understood that yeah, there is a market in just the software also. And
And this company is a US company.
it's a Indian company. It was initially started in India. The co-founders are Indian, both the Indian, and it was a Bits Pilani. Co-founders are from Bits Pilani, and then they registered and incorporated in US, and they started the funding and everything from there.
Okay. So that's going to be one of the key competitors that you'll have to contend
Yes,
with.
they are going to be the key competitors. Yes, true.
Okay. Very good.
Yeah.
Good. That's
So,
what's
here my
that's
question.
how
So
we're
I had
starting.
a question actually. So here.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Right. So the question was that at what point, because we are trying to bootstrap now, we do not want to go for funding right now, unless until we have at least 2 or 3 customers where we have done the POCs, where we have validated that yeah, this solution is working fine.
Yeah.
And currently we are working in just the organizing field where we are trying to make the software. Well, it's a part of the solution software, but we do not want to finish the whole software and go and monetize it, just like you mentioned. We are making a part of it and we are trying to just bring it to the market so that at least the organizing part can be started, and at the same time we can fund ourselves from that and
Yeah. So,
continue the development.
one strategy you may want to consider, because these are going to be fairly large ticket deals. If you go to a company and say that you have your company is partially automated from a warehouse automation point of view, and we will do this in software and create the full automation of your factory.
Right.
You could structure that as a milestone-based services contract.
Okay.
Where you preserve the intellectual property. So we call this bootstrapping using services.
Right.
And
Right.
if you do this with, let's say, 10 companies or 20 companies with large ticket deals,
Right.
that basically will serve as your seed funding, and you will
Exactly.
have customers and you will productize based on it. So we have a lot of companies that we have done in a bootstrapping with services mode. It works great. There's a lot of case studies that we have published. You can pick them up through our Udemy course on bootstrapping using services, or through 1M1M Basic or Premium. It's a methodology that really works well for in this particular kind of scenario where there's complexity, right? These customers have tremendous complexity.
Right. True.
And you are going to have to understand that complexity and deal with that complexity and come up with solutions for that complexity, which is better done in a paid services mode than trying to productize off the bat.
Right.
So
Exactly.
I would say the bootstrapping using services.
Right. I think we're trying to do exactly the same, right? So we have already connected with one of the customers to we are trying to pitch to them, okay, that yeah, you have these 4 problem statements. Let's start with one problem statement and let us develop the solution for you for this, and then we can take it forward once we do that. But my question here was that yeah, it becomes very difficult to convince people, because if let's say if there is a player coming with the solution, and see we are not a very big team, we cannot keep doing marketing endlessly, right?
But in this
And
case, you don't need to do marketing endlessly, right? You just need a few big customers. That's the beauty of this model where you will have large ticket enterprise deals, enterprise services deals. So you do 5 customers, 3 or 5 customers, and you have all your bills paid, and you can go into development mode. And as you develop the solution, you will start to productize. You will be able to reuse what you're developing in multiple places. So
so you think the big enterprise, I think, will be ready to take it as a service thing?
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Partly because I was telling you this, I think when you got disconnected, you have very good domain knowledge. Both you
Yeah.
and your co-founder have
Yeah.
have very good domain knowledge. Domain knowledge is when you sit down with a customer and have a conversation, it's
Right.
going to be a deep conversation. They will be able to tell that you know what you're talking about.
Right.
And so when you talk about the problem statements and how you're going to solve them, you will come in with credibility.
Right.
So
Right.
all you need is 3 to 5 customers who will, start giving you the services contracts, and they're going to be large contracts. If you need
Yeah.
help, join the premium program, and I will help
Perfect.
you negotiate.
Done.
I
Done.
advise you on how to negotiate these deals.
Okay. Perfect.
Because you can in this process you can probably get to $1 million revenue scenario just by doing projects. And
Okay.
that will finance your product development, and then
Yeah.
you do financing after that. Then you do venture financing after that.
Okay. Perfect. Perfect. Fine. I think let's. I would love to connect that way only. Once this is done. Right.
All
Yeah.
right, great.
Perfect. Thank you.
You're very welcome. Anybody else? Questions? This is a very good session. I'm getting great questions, and I think you're all doing really interesting stuff. So keep going, and it's the beginning of the year, so time for New Year resolutions and really taking the bull by the horn. I don't see any other questions. So as I said, if you have questions about the premium program, the best person to talk to is Irina Patterson, irina@1Mby1M.com, and she will be able to answer any questions you have. And you're very welcome to just join the program and just get going with it. We've had a lot of substantial discussions today. Again, the net of it is, do not get into the market without a proper business strategy. Do not go develop stuff without having the market close to you, without being close to the market, without validating, without having a business model, a pricing model in mind. And I think this discussion we just had, the discussion I had with Prashant, is a very interesting way to start businesses for techies. And we have done this over and over again. We've done so many companies in this mode, and we have financed companies in this mode. We have, companies in this mode have become very, very successful companies. So if you're looking for case studies for, kind of getting reinforcement for what I'm saying, do the Udemy course on bootstrapping using services. And it's a great course, great case studies, and you will get a lot of confidence about how other people have done it before. Okay, all right, so much for today, and we will see you next week. Bye-bye.